Hi guys, welcome back. I am here to share my story of how did I go from having cancer to my fingers and toes being blocked, and then all of a sudden I get them amputated. Like, what happened, right? And if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to my journey, welcome to my story, welcome to my life. And I can tell you it's a true blessing for me to even be here with you guys today. And when I say it in my content and I see it all over my Instagram, and also with you guys here, that I am truly blessed. I am blessed to be here, and God has a bigger purpose why He wants me here on earth, to be serving for a reason. I shouldn't have been here. I should have been way gone since October of 2020. And you know what? I am just so blessed and grateful, and that I just have to pay it forward to to God that has allowed me to be here. So while I'm here, I'm gonna be blowing you guys up with all the content because I think He has a great calling for me, and I'm just so happy that you're walking this journey with me. So let me take you guys back to October 15, 2020. I was sitting here on this couch watching television. Now, that's not normal for me because I really can't stay still and I don't watch a lot of TV. But that day I was just like, hey, I'm going to just watch TV. And all of a sudden, I couldn't breathe. I was having chest pain. And what I mean chest pain was like nothing like, I fought COVID 5 times, which that's another story to tell at another time. So I know what that means when you can't breathe and you're losing your taste buds and all that stuff, but this was different. I mean, I really couldn't breathe. And a few days prior, we were all here just having a great time. October 12th was my brother's birthday, so we were just having a little barbecue for him, and I was okay. I mean, I was totally good. I was just like, I was feeling my best. I was singing, I was dancing. I was just like, and can you imagine, like 3 days later, I end up in the emergency room. And now I get there, and within 15 minutes, I had a room. And all I could remember was that the nurse came up to me and said, okay, we're going to put this mask on you. And I am terrified of that oxygen mask. Why? Because I already fought COVID and I know what that is. You go into the incubator and it's just like you don't know nothing about yourself, right? And besides, that thing hurts. And I'm not talking, it hurts. So I'm like, I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can at that time. And obviously I didn't win. I got that oxygen mask, and I just remember him telling me, just pretend that you're driving. And I'm just like I just didn't want it. I was crying. My brother was actually in the corner of that room, and I was just like, brother, I don't want it. And he's just like, sister, but you need it. And that's all I remember. I don't remember anything after October 15. I did not wake up until early November. And what I mean, I didn't wake up, I was in total coma. I was in coma. I didn't know nothing about myself, didn't know nothing about my body, didn't know what was happening. I was basically gone. Now, as I get choked up here while I'm telling you this story, let me tell you, I could tell probably this story all the time and I'll probably still tear up, because it is truly a miracle why I'm here. And when I mean a miracle, and I'm sure my mom would vouch for this as well, as the first words that she told me, like, you are a true miracle, is because I was connected to 8 machines that were saving my life. And what I mean 8 machines was that my heart was failing, my liver was failing, my kidneys were failing, my lungs were as small as a kid. I mean, all this was happening in this transition that doctors had no hope. They thought I was brain dead because I was not waking up. They put me through x-rays, MRIs, all the scans you could think of to determine that I was brain dead. But your girl was not brain dead, okay? My mom said, no, you need to do more scans and figure it out, because I know my daughter is not brain dead. Mind you, they had already told her, hey, make a decision. Either we disconnect her or you're going to keep her on 8 machines for the rest of her life. Well, doctors might have lost hope. Nurses lost hope. Everyone lost hope. But my mom and my family, of course. They all were vouching for me, and my mom, and I love her stubbornness, because I think I'm just like her when it comes to things like that, because she said, no, my daughter is not brain dead. You have not showed me evidence that she's brain dead. All the scans are coming back that she's okay, she's normal, her brain's there. I will not disconnect my daughter if you don't show me that she's actually brain dead. And in our household, we have a very open communication about death. It's not like if it's something that we don't talk about. And we're very open about death. And mom knows that I would not want her to keep me on life support for the rest of my life, connected to 8 machines, and putting that burden on her and my family. So if that was going to be the route to go, was if I was brain dead. If there was evidence that I was brain dead, openly, my mom would have not, kept me here, because she wouldn't want me to suffer. Now, thank God that I'm not brain dead. I survived it. I pulled through one way or another. God brought me back, honestly. And I'm here. Now, at the moment, you would think my mom's oldest daughter, I'm sure all the moms out there know the feeling that you would get when you would get news that your child is like on their last breath, or that you have to make a decision to either keep your child on life support or just disconnect her. So I cannot thank her enough for making the decision she did, and for not letting her, not letting the doctors talk over her and not push her to disconnect me. Because of course that would be the easiest route. But my mom told her, you know what? I know my daughter. I know her. She is stubborn, and she's making you guys work. Well, ain't that all about the truth? So I did not get disconnected. That's why I'm here with you guys today. I was not brain dead, and still not brain dead. I'm great and functioning. When I came out of that, during the time, I just looked like a football player, as my mom describes. My mom is great at taking pictures, but during that time, she's like, there was no way I was going to take a picture of you like that. You did not look like yourself. You were like a football player. Just so swollen of all the fluids that they were like giving my body, with all the machines, of the medicine, everything that they were giving me, that I looked like a football player, completely swollen. My feet were like an elephant foot. My skin felt like a reptile, like so rough, right? And I got Steven Johnson disease. You guys can see right here. I had plastic surgery done. I also have another scar up here from Steven Johnson. I have my left foot, actually my left leg, on my thigh. I have like something like this big, and it's just basically a whole like geographic map on my leg. It's still purple and all that, but it's totally dry and it's all good. And that was part of Steven Johnson. I have a few scars around my stomach, but my back, actually, boyfriend got to see my back when I turned. He was helping the nurse turn me in ICU. So I ended up in ICU, as you could already imagine, during my coma. But my back was full of blisters. Completely just, and I was cold, like if I was in a freezer. So with all that, guys, I then ended up obviously coming out of that. And I am so thankful that I don't have but minimal scars. Oh, and then this right here was part of the IV. The IV, they put the IV wrong to top it off, and it hit something else, and it caused that mark there. So no problem, just add another one to the list. I have all this bruising from just IVs and everything, but that has been since I was diagnosed with cancer of March of 2020. So they're still there. So my body really tells a story. And with that, So during that time, I was in ICU, and they said, you know what, we're going to have to give her vasopressin. So those of you guys that know what a vasopressin medication does, and those of you that don't, vasopressin medication, what it does, it actually attacks your large organs during this time when I was just like life or death, or death. It attacks your large organs to save them. So it's like a medicine that reacts just to attack those large organs, which is your heart, your liver, your kidneys, and your heart, liver, kidneys. Let me see one. Liver, kidneys, heart, lungs. Oh, okay. Sorry. I have to count those all the time. Well, so it's attacked those to save them, but the medication doesn't always reach to save your fingers and your toes. Why? Because we have little small blood vessels in our fingers and toes. So I am just so blessed and grateful that it didn't go to anything further. You know, I could have lost my leg. I could have lost, so much more than just my fingers and toes. But again, I am blessed that, it reached what it had to reach and it did its job. That's why I'm here. And, something has to get sacrificed, right? But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I know me being here, and it's the most precious thing of my life, is definitely the one thing that I would never be able to get back. Yes, granted, I won't get back my fingers or my toes, but I could live with it, right? I could definitely live a different lifestyle, and that's okay. Why? There I go. Here comes the mocos and everything, the boogers. But why? Because I'm adaptable, I am flexible. I could do this. I could live a little different. I could, yes, I won't be getting manis and petties, right? But the damage has been done. So what happened was that medication, the vasopressin, turned my fingers and toes black, like dead tissue. So, and I need a tissue right now, but okay, so it turned them black. It's dead tissues causing neurosis, and meaning that there's dead tissue there, right? So it took a while for my surgeon to make the decision to cut my fingers and toes, obviously, because this happened back in October. There was other things that were more urgent, like my arm. So my arm did not look this pretty. Even if you don't think it's pretty, trust me, it was a lot worse. It was completely black. Just think about it it was like rotten, like a rotten layer above my arm. And what they had to do, they had to shave off that black stuff. And because of the Steven Johnson disease, shave it off on time. If not, if it would have gone down to the bone, yeah, my arm would have been cut off. So I'm so grateful and blessed that was not the case. It's there. They had to also take a piece out of my right thigh and place it on my arm. So I'm grateful for that. I had plastic surgery for this. So the same surgeon that did this surgery did actually my fingers and toes as well. He's a hand plastic surgeon, which I believe he also did toes. He did a good job. So we're here. But with all that, I just want to let you guys know that within the surgery, I waited this long to get it done because my surgeon wanted to know if I had any good skin underneath that black dead tissue that looked from the outside. And someone just brought this up, and I think it's important for me to bring it up because I'm sure all of you guys are wondering of that red nail polish and my acrylic nails. They are not acrylic. They are actually my nails. And the polish, it is a dip powder that I had just purchased, I think 2 weeks before all this happened. And my sister happened to do my mani, and she ended up putting that dip powder. Let me tell you, it works. It's from Nalbu. It works really good. So if you guys are interested in any kind of dip at home powder, it works really good because I just got that question asked, so I thought I would address it here because I'm sure you guys all wondering about my red nails. But those are my real nails. They were my real nails. I was keeping up with them very well before all this happened, and I did not want to take them off. Wanted to still be fancy over here with my red nails. But anyways, so back to this. So we waited about 5 months, obviously, after them amputating him. He did his best to save as much as he could. Now you guys see there's my 4 fingers here. This is my lucky texting thumb. I'm able to respond to all of you guys' messages with this lucky thumb here. But all of my left hand was actually the one that had more damage on my fingers. I think when they gave me that medication, my hand must have been folded some way that it damaged a lot more. And I don't know if you guys remember, they were kind of curved. Well, because my hand ended up like, it's kind of like you go into like a freeze shock, and it really just took it how my hands were. Now this hand, I cannot, like you guys notice my knuckles there, but I can't fold them. I can't bend them. They're like completely locked. And that, I think it has to do with this here, which is my nerves got damaged. So there's damage to that hand. But this one here, again, he had to go really short and try to save as much as he could, which I'm still grateful and thankful, because I still have some of my fingers. He could have just done an easy job and just like cut them all off completely, but he tried to do as best as he could. And I am going to show you my toes. So this is my right foot, and there's no more toes there but my little pinky, just like he took off the nail on that one. And then on this one we have a little bit more of the toe length. So as you guys can tell, that, there we go, let me get back to my studio here. Okay, I think we got it right. Don't slip through. Okay, there we go. Okay, sure, that's perfect. Stop moving. Okay. Sorry guys, these videos are so raw. There we go. So like I was saying, it's basically, you know, you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, how in the world are you gonna be able to do life? And, you know, with all this happening, how are you gonna get back on your feet and, you know, just do stuff? Well, let me tell you that when you are just left with this, you just figure it out. You figure it out. I know it's not easy. Definitely not easy, but overall, it's something that we just have to get by, you know. I always say, you know, love yourself deeply, you know, take care of your fingers, take care of your toes, take care of your ears and all that good stuff. And speaking about ears, also something that got damaged was my hearing. So I am permanently deaf, and that also happened when I was in ICU. They gave me so much oxygen that it messed with my hearing nerves. So my left ear, I could hear somewhat, maybe 10%. But I have a hearing aid now, and it helps me hear. But again, I'm still adapting to the noise because it is like a loud bass. So I can adjust it on my phone, and it works just like a Bluetooth. So it's pretty awesome. But that's on my left ear. And on my right ear, I am completely deaf. Okay, like I have zero hearing. Like it's really bad. And that's another lifestyle, right? Because now I'm not going to be able to hear the same. And obviously when I don't have my hearing aid, I could hardly hear, not unless someone's like right next to me and I could have a conversation with them, like right here, ear to ear. But other than that, it's pretty difficult for me to really just adapt to everything. And also I hear this sound that it's nonstop. You just hear this like kind of just white noise. Like if, you know, you have your TV back then, like in the screen, the gray screen, and it's just like on channel 3 and it just goes like, that's exactly what I hear day and night. And even right now it's still going. So apparently how that noise comes up, you know, why you even hear that noise is like when you're losing your hearing, you end up like your brain ends up like sending this message that there's like all this white noise in there. So something I have to deal with, but it's okay. I know it's going to pay off, you know, we're all good. But with all that guys being said, I just want to just send you guys a lovely message and let you guys thank you, letting you guys know that I'm thankful, and thank you so much for just reaching out and always being so attentive to my story. This has just begun and it's not over. I am not done with chemotherapy. And also, I'm sure you guys are wondering, how did you like stop breathing? Well, I'm gonna tell you guys. With chemotherapy, everything goes down, right? Like your immune system is at its very like low, bare minimal, like you have no defenses. You're fighting every day of your life, even when you're not taking chemo, because it like reacts after. So that's exactly what happened. So because of chemotherapy is how I ended up in the hospital, because everything, my whole like system just went down. So that's that, guys. We can't change that, right? Because it is what it is. That is a treatment I have to take. But I can just tell you guys that regardless of everything, I am still going to continue my treatment. My treatment will probably start sometime like late July. I'm just trying to get, again, my immune system back up. I'm trying to get my strength. Because mind you, right after I came out of ICU back in December, I lost my strength. I couldn't walk. I lost all my muscle. You name it. It was really tough. And even now I'm trying to learn how to walk again, because again, I don't have my toes to kind of help me balance. But I can just tell you guys that life is beautiful. Treat it, own it, love it, and just please don't take nothing for granted. Nothing. Your body is everything. It's your temple. It helps you with so much that the only way to give back to it is to treat it right and to really just live your best life. Because when you're in a situation like this, trust me, it is, you realize so much things, so many things that I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything from the world, because this is my story and God has a purpose for me. So if it's for me to share this and to just give you guys that extra strength to carry on, please do. Take it. And I just want to let you guys know that, again, I'm grateful for you. Thank you. Love yourself. And I'll see you guys in my next video.